This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I am a munyina kwa family Boadu TV so na Esutifi North and South MPs since your mwakwe meno kasi Collins out at the on the on crade asem no isi won in persuasion so I say asem ni ye fino aba be sen your friend say honorable Kweku Ado on mumkum na meno kasi yamane bill 150,000 Ghana cedis. That's 1.5 billion less than years can be. Biaka Miami met me. Aka Sayama. I would be now Magistrate Canon. Now, it's the NDC for almost a galamsey fight on many other pana. I don't know Otu Darko which they say. Sanoma wing in Amayu. Nemum, say Mamma who resource and Fuma, the Mayan in a qua. Mamma who resource and for the Mayan in a qua. Needed to cry ye. Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak wa quiet press conference. Aka say nipa se ni kuomo 2020 election nipa se ni kuomo 2024 mu prior ne sanoma no compensation aban be ni say mwantimi angele amanfo wo sanoma no ho a the NDC maye nyina cause 90
say Doma, for instance, it bordered on 2020 voter registration mop-up. Nyesanka police from Etutu, according to the Minister of Interior. Name me Etutu Manekofa, Edomu, Amiwiasi, and Kofi Robert, Ehukanya, or Tuana Monsiado, one Kwame, and Ninia Bakwa Akanso, one so Ebre or Yamu, Yekan, Yesi Yankonko Pensi to him. I say, Osha baby to say Savlugu. Osha baby to say Savlugu. I say, and yes, and Tokwa Esha that course between MPP and NDC, but bullets fly and Samira Zakaria other three persons and so a prior you caught Tolong for instance you know almost say Tolong Honor on Kamia say to my mfono there was some sophisticated weapons into them say truces and microphone pa nam so masa or how no by damangu oshe supporters were a cause damage a whole lot into Uber Facebook for instance yeah they are toso to weigh a summary of cases 2020 and the region constituency number of deaths is here and one a price. So Kwame, let me do this briefly. Yanko Bono is to start with, and here we are. Yabeka kaya hukakra, yabeka kaya hukakra. Na yashe hawa course war. And ye interest say about Bono be a machine. Name say be suya dear free home so mind because then say a kotuaba no be wa. But you see, my challenge sometimes I name my kwam meka. Obi betra baby aka say bia na ya politics, but it doesn't make sense. Over the 2020 elections, for instance, in Nipabu, now we had a certain president in Nana Akufo-Addo. Like actually say, it was one of the most peaceful elections he has witnessed. Charlie, very well. Bono East, you caught the Chima in South, a Nipa 2 and a way. One a prior a young crow. Na Yamra in Crane, Kumpuni Mantemwa, Greater Accra, Odu. You two about in 2020. Now make it 2020. It will January calculation. A Nipa 2 and a way. A Nipa 15 and a prior. The same Greater Accra in a Blakuma Central. You two 2020 abano. Baku wa Blakuma Central. And a Nipa 9 a prior. Then let me take you to Bono. Banda to be precise. Nipa Baku wi or Banda. And a Nipa mienu a prior. Bono Honomoa, you call Doma Wester. Baku ewie. Ana Baku prior. Osha Northern region. Yentinsi Northern region. Yen started with Savlugu. You two abani wi no. And I said during the elections, na Baku na miensepra. But let's do this quick calculation. That be and Kosoro. Remember, we are 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in 2020, nipa ngwotwe ane wuye. Nipa ngwotwe o. Enye soja ni na dey so. I'm talking about civilian rule. I'm talking about democracy. And until I may bojo mahama basono. Na me bo muntaka mabasono because at least Oma try with their report. I'm say Ebusafoni and compensate to them. Now let's move to 2024. About your joining live on Facebook. Oba na what share am I? Please share the link for us. Over 2024. Yensha same film mantem. Ewutu senya. Baku ye. ana baako prae eno ye awutu senya east then northern region tolon am chiro no baako wuye oba savannah damango baako wuye oba Bono east in 2024 in Kranza south to be specific also baako wuye afi yemra Asante Mantem udra Asante Mantem in the 2024 elections offensive north ye to aba no penchen na mentime ho ase course wonti ba mienu wuye ana mienu esam prae then the same Ashanti region ahafo no southwest ayimane kwerenim ahafo no southwest ye to aba no baako ewuye ana miense prae we eye list a course so total number of deaths in 2024 and also what the 2020 neka ho a 15 that be why say ye to abakeke na nipa 15 ebe hwere omonkwa and these are fathers e be your mothers in some cases abofra we be 8 years na ye shoot na kono for no reason total number of injured a 40 so Kwame you can imagine omo e bia ene election violence in Tomuntimi Nante. Ebia no me koba ebehwe yire ebehwe ma. But because of election violence, Omuntimi nkoma. So I am commending Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, Minister for Interior, for a yeoman's job, as I commend the President. Ayawasu West Wagon, Reno Lopez. Also we had a tyrant ruling us, Nasser Al-Khalifi Jr. Good afternoon. If Ghana is a serious country, Nanadu need to be arrested. Nasser Ghana, Dan Mikacho Sarkozy of France. Yeah, man, 5 years jail term. And yes, sir, I'm not saying say Ubinya Bonia, Yemfan Kotum, but I'm saying say the rule of law should not be respected of persons. It shouldn't matter. So a former president or a sitting president. It shouldn't matter. So a former minister, and I say we a sitting minister. So a member of parliament, we a DC, we a MC, we a mayor. So what? The law is the law. And that is the only way, ladies and gentlemen, we can build a country. So I'm growing away and this one here. As we are jokers, we are jokers. And because of Sika, because of Tumi, to meet dear Nambransam, to meet the Bonnie in Kosiaga. We hear any trouble, dear, near money 15 years. That nonsense must stop. It must be reversed. It must be reversed. You see, we don't hear me, and I say, we need to not just a what's mobile. Is that a kind of society, classless society, or classes of society we are building? Society of bourgeoisie and proletariat. Say you were sick for and you were here for. Certainly it is true, but we should not create a system like that. We should not create a system like that. And that is why Kwam me bo minister baso but me pese me kai minister de kakra me pese ye tie ye hwe o Facebook yi ye kai ho kakra unless Kofi go ho America or see MPP never again me ba just send a message bra Facebook live on Accra 100.5 FM na yankin kai o message dem out yeah eti oba your Facebook where here we are in memory of the late. Where after 2020 election, Obakaya, there was some vigil night for some of these people. And this is what happened. Matters of the Fourth Republic. Near Town Council Line Park, December 16th, 2021, exactly 6 p.m. And this way near maybe a year to Iluja. Now, come Akolaya or for me. What if you Akolaya? Me didn't the same. Fuseni Musa. Can you imagine, sir? At a point, you had MPP surrogate. Radio so TV so say Sankrophone be yes to trust them. Sakola we. To trust them in elections. Charlie. Look, the Hakola no down. Wow, you tell me be a bra Facebook live on Accra 100.5 FM. Oba Hakola no down. Huh? Nebukra will be Fuseni Musa. Fuseni Musa. Thank you. I made us will be my mammy. Nabra Bahanum, Mateki, Rita Otu, where Ukra Midinkura. Sa, I know you buy you, Sa buy you. Or dear, what about bet me? I yet me sutukuno. Yan San Kosuro, Zakaria, Samira, or no so a teenager about Fraketwa. Charlie, me a microphone, ni bonnet, and from who knew. And until I look, in as much as I love President Mahama me bona baso so my yard with the report. And as much as I love Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, me bona baso so my yard with the report, it is not enough. That perpetrators of this crime must be brought to book. Otherwise, it is not enough. Because Mr. President John Mahama has given us a template on what we should do regarding one way this and I'll play that template very soon. First side of Mr. President Mahama kind of say, and yes, they couldn't see, but even though say, ebi ma shiro monkwa na ebi mewu, and know this and see what President Mahama time. Nemum yampanyifo se yedija wane yede aso awunti. He must do something about it as a leader. Ana President Mahama eka se senkrofo no a yeyom saa ohaw no ana saa mane ne to mu nyina. Ye be make sure se ye be hwe mabusua na ya compensate wom. Me ne uka say Honorable Muntaka Mohammed am ya so ate say by the directive of President Mahama ye ko ne yakọ compensate eye saa busua ya. One sure when this year a been so a prepare when they did the minina. 81st half of President Mahama in common, it has been fulfilled. Now, the second half of President Mahama in common, Ekuru Jina say, and Crofon with this Anyambran Semino, you be making sure say ye better shemu na ye the woman in Jina Emrano Medi. Mr. President, and no dear, because Honorable Muntaka Ekasano about in 2 cases, if not 3, and I'm tell say you prosecute them. Because in one of the cases I heard say 12 of the people ayankrofobia menoka say krano they are in remand. Eti sa ehonum no de I think honum your offense enough. Honum na nipa 2 we are mienu try no 12 suspects are facing Kumasi High Court and in remand now. Eti ye kakoko yes Mr. President. Yes now second half, they see a bit 60% in that fight, 40% nakano. Let's bring these perpetrators to book. We know say you can do it. We know say Honorable Minister Muntaka you can do it. Munye say jumane mai. Now we fellas kwache fosudia tour. Where 53 minutes ago. Press conference in one of the tour. Now I say Minister for the Interior reveals that 21 suspects have been identified over the killing of 15 people and injury of 40 others during the 2020 and 2024 elections. 4 are currently on bail. 5 are on remand. So it's not as if say abaining yashi because remand hono enye yenkwedi bronya ho. Ye do kwa court wansa na judge the pen esi paper so the duana boho no say yemfa nkomra medi wasam yetu asoda. So for 5 people to be on remand, it means that abainu born homoding. It means that the Minister for Interior it means that President Mahama born no say no why crado so betimi akosabono. So 5 are on remand and the rest have warrant issued for the arrest. Ekwame, not just say bi musu do mo akenyura. But let's put on record say enya hwekura no yenya 5 on remand. Ye say omudi bim anase omudi foa. But we had 21. I mean 21 suspects have been identified. That is omodoso. I mean say omitimi ayom ho adwuma. Mary Adam or say especially the Techiman South shootings, and I agree with her. Techiman South shootings, and I agree with her. Ohwen koda ye dom Peter to 200 mawuwa. I mean Francis Osaya or say the MPP has never won a genuine election in the country before. And at last elections over here, strategies na ubehunu say yachiwom strategies na yami mo achiwom. Every step of the way, especially in Ashanti region, ballot papers are hodwom ko print here and ebe hwe gum nyina amfa. Yeah, it is not just about winning. Genuine elections na ye ka ho asem wo ha. Positive change, Smith Dennis. I say from Medina, our concerns as citizens should be how smart President Mahama and his government is playing to all fiscal policy to keep the economy running without necessary borrowing. Okay, and also not being watching Beatrice Mensa Golo. Also, the MPP is a doom to Ghana over and again. MPP is a doom to Ghana ever again. Wicked government. Rene Lopez, the MPP guys are criminals and they are deaf to wise counsel. We need to send them to the International Criminal Court. Very well. Jonas Andy Asamoah and so I was very sad. Francis Osei, also the MPP has never won a general elections. That's right. Alematu Sadia Osman Nuruddin sends a thumbs up. $8 fiao. And so Edinidia. But Lawrence Stewart, Osei MPP, you're very wicked. Francis Osei, the MPP has never. You see, near me, yo, we mukurani say, Saraya was so West Wogon. And yanom. The email short commission the report by Bonting. Abu Bonkro Fooding. People were indicted. Yabo Bonkro Fooding. Mr. President then, Nana Akufo-Addo, Umanfa reporting on He didn't care about the people that died. In fact, me remember, me clearly say in 2020, Nana Akufo-Addo catch her and say 2020 elections was very peaceful. As many pan watch and a nebu, as Nana Akufo-Addo said peaceful. 2020 elections. Not yet it's in Fufu Danny and Kwai. No. And you find cry, you can say sorry, not say any more, you can't watch him. Shaibu Yahaya, a man who stands for nothing will fall for nothing. Adraman Seidu, or the MPP never again. Stewart, or the MPP, you're very wicked. Wayne and Krofoka. Adams, Maria, or say our politicians are a problem. But our big problem is our judiciary. Unless Kofi Kohowa America, Senior Michel, or the MPP never again. Rene Lopez, also we had a terror ruling us. Bring your messages, let me read them for you. Joe Topman was the MPP never again. Famous Sir Max was watching and listening. Maybe I told you about Facebook. I crammed up on 5 FM. Me didn't know to that. I could make you German simple cry. Now, can't I say? So, these are issues we must speak to as a country. And somewhere here, I see a cat so mine and not be na yeke. So, yemo abayna baso na ye normase wo adwuma omoye regarding wo mo a edi sabone no na me mpa boy ba akopɛ se ye bewie no obi bia odi sabone onfa ne huni na en serve as enhwesode ema foforo. We can't go into elections na nipe na ase. Look, the question is why should somebody die? Say, well, I didn't know so be abra yekoto aba. Why? I didn't know so be pra because yekoto aba MP. Yekoto aba president. I didn't know so be more rekrasote. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And yema Bruno so how bra sekwanso. Menyemo, I am yensu enyansa. Politician bien what more mama ne ba edikan akoye tutura semo. So we got to learn as youth of this country. Who said Nana Akufo-Addo? Ne ba jankroma election bia wo kodira no ma no obi gu ntokwa ahwe. Who said President Mahama Basharaf? Ya koto aba bia no obi agidugidi uhwe. Owura ba me aba. Wo No, I'm asking you. And people for a numia almost a more flag bearer when people me. Say Kwabene Japan, say Canada Japan. Say Ora Bamia, say Educum, say Brian Champion. Why would so be by any Namukunto Kwa baby? W. Momo Sano. I'm with the mamma gonna say Munsuan Yansano. Muan Yabe Yusumona, Muan Yabe. The only problem I have with the police and Utseni Honorable Muntakakaya, most of the time, you know, the indiscipline of the Akufo-Addo police. Because as I speak to you, police were away a fantastic police. They may have one SSS kakra, but under Yohunu, it has been refined. It has been refined. First time in the history of Ghana, or one of the few times, by elections, recent by elections. Now, we'll be at me because of measures, Yohunu, IGP, at the Tuakwem. First time. If not one of the few times in the history of our country. By elections, near Sunugujim. Say, Nipani Bayan Pikuran Hekranton in Kabu. Not in Kabu. One friend on Fro. One friend on Fro. Dabi. One friend, about one of my IMP, Mr. One friend on Fro. I'm speaking from experience. All the MPs are here, my boy. One friend on one cow cry. The ohunu as a means to satisfy an end. It is you to know Mesramo. Yes, let's continue loving our political parties. But Mesramo yemfa geneto. Me sure say President Mahama bepe say will be win elections. Me sure. It may be ohunu mu a ne yesu ade afrim. In our own interest. Kwame Frimpong. Other know to please. How many people were killed on the Felix Kwachu Fusu chart? It shows 2 people killed and 9 injured in 2020 elections. There be Osha Felix chart now 2020 ne bomu a enipa 8 ne wuye. Yeah. Enipa 8 ne wuye. Enti mbacho san kan biem. Ayi obetime de Felix chart na san to so. There be okay, it was the atoso mbacho obetime abehe. There be ayi nyewe ba ko na box we na me here no. Fatusumom. Ebenezer Intre. As a former president shouldn't have been president at all in the country. President Akufo-Addo anya president in Swan Quebec as the president we never had. It's good. So by a president. Niya hunu ensuo nensa. Emu eduru. Maria Dawson Mustafa Ahmed is now telling us that his matter is useless. OSP can never be trusted. He must be sacked. Now OSP asemi yakawa. Otu Darko kamabre. Which serious country now benya special prosecutor to say Kisi Ajami? Which serious country? What about doing the agro? Forgetting. Oh, sure. So that is a serious matter. SCF na ye ka ho asem. Kwame, me pese ye din komo kakra efa this Galamsey related matter. Ye nyina enim se 9-4 ye kwa attack e Bronikrum, Shidim area to be precise. I think that's Sutifi North constituency. I ne MP or honum ne ho abasem am say matise police for crime inviting no. Say so much no one of them. Na Kwame me wo asem bi bisa me man. Na me san wa asem bi bisa NDC mpanyimfo. Na me wasem bisa MPP mpanyimfo. Me wasem bisa Ghana politicians. Asofo mpanyimfo. Me wasem bisa na nanama himfo. Etitiriwa edi se functional ma no ma she chow ma front to ma she cha and your hinin ebe na mo jimutu. I have a question for you, your royal majesties. I have a question for you. Aya ne fe na efe. Se Rebecca se sabita frate sabi mpanyimfo anim wote hinin ebe. Aya ne fe na efe. Se Rebecca se sabi mpanyimfo anim sabi asante hini na efran to mebe. Aya na efe. Sabi se Rebecca se doma hini ana ebe. Sabi se gamanche ana ebe. Sabi se ogwama hini na ebe. Sabi se tobu afede ana tobu siri na ebe. Sabi se yana ana yabonwura ana ebe. Ana boliga pio na ebe. Ana sabi his royal majesty na yiri ana ebe. The kings are many, so I cannot mention them all. But as someone maybe say, is it in the beauty of intumefra and a meya himfo? And now God I bet nani atu yekom and a chese himfo. I'm asking you as your son or grandson. Because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, too much in this country. And most of them are complicit in the Galamsey nonsense. Most of them. Ahemfo bebree, ahemfo akese, ahemfo nketwa. Ubonsa akese no mo sheda no mayomani ama nketwa no. Anya nketwa na eye. Enso not ahemfie, no di Galamsey who royalties. Na ya me bisa say. And sa se mi me bisa papa yo hene say, eti nananom sei na omdi nso ni jamo. Na se muwu komun krechi. Na mutwa mani hwe ban a akonta papa ben ana mwede koma nananom because me Otu Darko nim say asamando yekuru anka Yesu wuye no onkwa asamando nkoje asamando pono ensafoa asamando eyekuro te sane ya te Ghana yi eyekuro asamando yekuro asamando when you die you see them asamando yekuro okra ne nguda asamando yekuro na nananom ayanhwe hansa I know say a multifaceted effort. But I'm telling somebody for free, ladies and gentlemen, say, nanum dominancy from Galamsey will be a thing of the past. Galamsey koso because ahemfo no bebrege royalties e wo Galamsey no. Galamsey guso koso because Galamsey yes no e de wona bo ade e kwa himfie. Politicians nim ya do ahemfo na himfie ne yakoka brofo ne yakoka twi ya kankre ya kanbe enkrankra da se entu Galamsey eti gaman chekra de no ho so. Your Royal Majesty ni takite kochuru ofa na member odo manye fantastic king. He embodies leadership. But yeah, baby, everywhere. Achemnia Santenwe, Burum Patamwe, Western region, Central region. Behind ye tutu Galamsey no. I say ye nim yakoso, but ye can't matter because of what? Won't you die? Obiemu. Yinimo yin enyisi yenimo enyisi politicians ninimo politicians nini asem na me bebisa mo sa asem me nya misai but me gusu ko na me bisa me ho say eti politicians no so nim wo mu nua no politicians a wo mu ye Galamsey kingpins ana muso mo nim and ye benu ne ye ho asere. Then the fight against Galamsey is a joke. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you for free, sir, politicians, they're not women politicians, sir, Galamsey kingpins in this country. And to be cut to say, one of the major reasons in I form a patriotic journalist against Galamsey is to name and shame. So politicians for the ferry say, Omba bompeni foni dia, Otu Darko ye belidi, ye bebu bompeni foni di, ni beba mra, ya brewom. Because si ye kaya no tum, ne ya mubom dia date, se ye kren suwa umbenye sikakra, na me, ya address akumaba, me konye skanu wenam da kwa kren suwa. So these are very important issues we must address. These are, and we, niyami ya kwa se, ye sawo, asofo mu bi, tu Galamsey. Akaya last stop on kwaya asofo, and you say, uba kwenye nya asofo bi tu Galamsey. The things I'm telling you, and when you force a nipa, did you win a nipan kasenye? Na means when him say, Abako Samuel Tradia da Huyan can't venture ma. Na so was saying, Bene Bokura, Yakia Nutum, Nasan Quebec, na, Baby, you know Bokru. But politicians, no, one more to Galamsey, no, and our politicians, na, if they are not campaigns or more idea. Bien be me former ministers se bi mu so na ministers so se bi mu aban mu bi mu opposition eti adwenia ebe ni petire bi do mutrim. Look at the effort of Honorable Amakofi Boa. Hwedwuma dia Honorable Amakofi Boa se na obeku Galamsey. Hwe the help of Colonel Boa wo badwuma with the National Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat. For the Blue Water Gap Initiative. Making sure say they are fighting Galamsey, and you still have people within obstructing the fight against Galamsey. I drink that any petrim ebidomutrimuana. Now, question man na me see me so mono. If I see me bisa nananom. If I say me bisa nananom ahemfo. If I say me bisa amanyofo. If I say me bisa nananom asofo. This is Mr. Ghana Mine and the Galamsey community. Yambesi mi bisa Ghana for especially in say it's Major Adams Mahama. Will we emphasize Maswana? That's the question I came to ask. Because Major Adams Mahama, now he was on the front of Galamsey. I walk in making sure say Ghana betima fan and tuma pefra. Unfortunately, Oceana Quenfrim war. Major Adams Mahama wu yepe and ye try or against Galamsey. It near him say Major Adams Mahama wu yeno. Yenya Galamsey and Wedro. Besine Igusuko Galamsey. Nani chami nsuru mukra. Nipa ba yen wotwe. Dr. Mane Buama eka ho. Dr. Mutala Muhammad eka ho. Yame Papa, the former vice chairman of NDC. Kwame Mpacho Kamnidin Kakra. Dr. Samuel Sapon eka ho. Young guys out in some more dachi. ana eka play ni ade aso na omuwu ye na Ghana say ye wa awrahuom na ye ka se nye obi ampo Dr. Mane Buamane ne mpam fonti galamsey will be a thing of the past na yetimi nya enkrofo to obstruct 9 months even from working. I am asking say eti Dr. Mane Buama wewu emfaswa maswana. Now these are questions I came to ask. Eti Dr. Mutelo Mohammed wewu emfaswa maswana. Eti edwuma Honorable Amakofi Bua ebo eti nyama odi agwa kwanso no adne bitirim wadensa kwame dan me betra no bo tape etra motamwa Honorable Kenobua one of his expeditions wako enwuram so mo ko fight galamsey na a warrant officer friend who did not attempt ne bo ha because or these are politicians wo bia so mo krom ha munya nyankopon yen tra on mo ema mu bi mutrim wo den ene mo mim because of your greed eti yesu wanso wanyina say sa danko dada dey mo ba no makeka manim amanyame som te say ase mo na mo mpa galamsey enso underground na mo na mutuo no enche ye besama mo nyina manananom ni nsuo se Ghana mre chese ni mbedi a nananom abosom de mo fa mo nchemo because it doesn't make sense. Ajisi yakasa ni nyina nya compensa. No, I'm asking. Ajisi yakasa hwe ni Adwo Mahama ye. When was the last time amunya president beat Adwo Mahama? Muda mo fani ni agro ma nenko. Mo fani ni agro na onye sa na onwie na ban mu. When was the last time mo tie me nya president bia owo ahofama, owo tema, owo do, owo ahobrase na owo nyansa ni nimdia tse president Mahama. When was the last time? The last 8 years ma president amunya okroma. Eti when we have a president like Mahama, no ni pakuna strike galamsey suku ne twase eboa no na bia people inward kura person more obstructing no. I don't get it. But Kwame, let me ask some simple questions and go away. MP no so koye den wonwura mo. MP no. Na mi tie eno ne bobi nkomo. Ananya no na mo interview no. Ana o kire se okwa yi. Enti wokwa yi no hunu se gidigidi bi wo ho se den yo. Ana ofa ho. Kwame, me ma videos. Na bo video e ma Ghana fo hunu se sa time no gidigidi be na wo. Me ma videos MP ni gina ho. Ha? MP enya video gina ba. MP ni gina ho no. Ma videos photo. MP ni you see I am respect Ghana mra. Na Ghana mra sound to proving guilty you are innocent. Eti ye kasa I know na divine Nkrumah Sunday he's against that nonsense. However, sana de na kwakoye. What was the MP's interest? Because in any case, so what got through say 9 was for achinchrophobia susu say omo galamsey. What is your interest? Person omo yi handcuff lift from unsa. What is your interest? Are you the chief of defense staff? Are you President Mahama to command the head of agenda na me de aba no dem fan hwa de? Pekosua pa ni nsuo. Anam so mo de snap na be. Ni ya bodua na fra regional minister sesia regional minister bi owo galamsey region bi ya be boy eastern region ni abo Ashanti region ni abo west ya abo central ubahuru because enema bi wo hodom a ni kan ye den but nka behunu ubehunu and there is a new minister ma ubehu na bi aboabo mo madam ya be tia wo ubekomo na galamsey fo buoma de obedi akon because enkoda okroma no ana esu no ese ne ntia mo fe adwen na mutirim munim nyansa ya pom chawansa Yehowa kwa mamen kan we no tie on reaching Broni Chrome near Hwidim they spotted an illegal mining site. On reaching the site, one Zakaria, the owner of the site, ayi fade no to soma me enkrofo mienu bi ya choma to na omelet is we na boy ira ni trim ya ise onu ye bokina ni kwasiamansa firi ni krom e ba be sensu akwa na ayi ni tritenten no bokina ni na ya tinkrofo e de omo kwa na wo MP it because of your presence in tea and conforming me and this is clear obstruction of arrest. We interested saying that you now community are you there to support Nkwasasem? We MP are you there to support Nkwasasem in that constituency? Free Burkina Faso saying so because of what happened, because of your presence. Una also say they come by, but o come na the by no yentiman chinkrofo yanko. And I'm surprised someone to me anti-MP no. I'm so surprised. No, I am surprised. Please don't joke with some of these things. Why a minister Cheno na for Yanko police station Yanko get sense. Because I'll be surprised Kwame. A baby asiano. Not the real kingpins. Omwa Mahama amo medjuma. Anasa womwa Mahama mom medjuma. Men pese mejiedi. Men pese mejiedi. Because me need evidence to that effect. But ankabe me nwa papa. So mwa ana ese so mo queen. Neba wi ase mo kura concession. Kabe me nwa papa. Ene nanka ba hunu so man no. Esi a Otu Darko ubenya aton. What teaches kana mo. Because look at ya. Kwamiti. On reaching the site, one Zakaria, the owner of the site and Kwame Alex were arrested and 2 vehicles. Registered Range Rover belonging to Razak and an unregistered RAV4 also belonging to Kwame Alex, together with their mobile phones, were confiscated. The following items belonging to the main and other minors suspects were also seized: a side hang bag that contained Smith and Wesson pistol, 2 pistol magazines, and 21 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 12 other assorted phones, according to the soldiers. Now, some wooden structures and mining equipment belonging to the owner were also burnt at the site. And Kwame, baby, I know she will bet my video no. Me patcho video no, me patcho mon fan to so near who say omo no. And yes, they were burning. Video no almost she a baby omo no. Mon fast video no to so mame. Na enyema na ye ka no, atiefo access say na making ebia me wa na media dance kuma. While the officers were at the police station, some irate mob from Fidim and its environs, numbering about 600, besieged the station. That is police report Nana Mekain, and demanded for the immediate release of the 2 seized vehicles. Nabiu, Yachi and Crofo is so many galamse. 9 was for Niamum to me so many surgeon. To me, Ben Bim and Crofo fruit minya. To me, Ben Bim, and to organize a whole community in Fidim, it must take a higher force, like an MP or like an MC or like a minister. In any case, say MP ne say odu hono no na niema nkoyi into a pese or restore camera. The district, I can't say dissect. The head of dissect is supposed to be the DC. I didn't know one for DC, you know. Meanwhile, it is the DC in the car tickets, you know. Emma name was for some umra. If you have seen something on Towers, as MP, we are then trying to offer Honorable Collins Dauda. Is Honorable Collins Dauda the head of DISEC? Is Honorable Collins Dauda the head of MUSEC? Why not your head of DISEC? Why not the DC? Why not the MC? No, say MC, you know now we need a number. Why not the police regional commander or the district police commander? But I'm interested in defending near maybe sir. So Muru Fia Mekamo. Now Bambi to say from MPP. 2024 we are no Muluzuye. And check with 10 months ago. The Mufen Yemen Niagro. Now we super Bekaimo. Send a Bambi to say from NDC. 2028 we are no Muluzuye. Ye Kasam Tremamunti. Ye Kasam Tremamunti because at ye me refie. Bid the pete. To mu did you imagine? Ye can't correct a munti or draw more organ of winning. The goodwill President Mahama has. We must work upon this goodwill and make sure you guys can stay in power for 20 years or you don't know. No, me can't correct them all. NDC, aban we say na moya dwuma yi, you can stay in power for 20 years. Eti ni mebi wonu a, ma na metwe ntwama kwam kra. Police force should ask the MP a lot of pertinent questions. They should ask the MP a lot of pertinent questions. Eti enye, and in any case, offer Zongo chief for what? MP ni free Zongo chief. Zongo chief na head of district, and a Zongo chief na police commander. Dabiu, asem wesi, galamsey site. Untie ni ye. Police for ni soldier for, and a be Asia, and a microphone na MP oba ho. Zongo chief no friend for what? Zongo chief no a police commander, or a chief of defense staff, or maybe kind of what? Increase your number. I agree, sir. Now it was just a routine check. You were not going for operation, but my number nusa. Ebia per contingent. Sabubet mayano at least 20 mpoa. And now 30 per contingent. 30. Obie krokretu. Kwa me meka sembi na ya musi debi ameka sem na musi me dimo. Obi nka mamente ba me hwe wadwene a wo kasa de no wotrim. Kwa me galamsey. Menya President Mahama, he has his approach. But if I'm president, we will test parliament. I will make a law. And that law will declare all galamseyers, especially the kingpins, terrorists of the environment. And you know, say, terrorism is a treasonable offense. I will declare all of them terrorists because they are killing my people. After that declaration of the law, may send their shame. Whichever kingpin, say, mra find it out, say, on a way in whichever form, you to make you suit me up, either by firing squad or by hanging. Mikum baako, mikum mienu, mikum miensa, obi abegya assassin. Democracy cannot always work to its full mask, and that is why the best leader has never employed one way of leadership, whether laissez-faire or democratic leader or authoritarianism. Sometimes you have to deploy the skills of dictatorship. Yes, because guys, wait, Zoe, and Kwame Mamensa Nkasa Adewe, Honorable Pedro, Masa, aha na abetena ye na menu di nkomo. Yes, we are madam for, but make us natural. Make us we are madam for because we are my acquaintance. But make us natural. Honorable Pedro, and your beyond and your opportunity to send a winning. Yen nyina na yakun elections no besine aban no nkan me Kwame Kwachi yen kan no, but we have hope say amamo no ye yenku ade a yen so yenim bebe nyam ka ta say yaka wama opportunity as head of the responsible cooperative mining and skill development program as Condepa. I am sorry, act it now and be active about it. Now you are doing paperwork. Because I didn't when you know, me person make say your fault. Look, omo ayetu galamsey no. Let's be honest. Kwame, omo dwuma no. Tie, me anka dokre. Adwuma ni kroma. Ana gold no, won na no masase so, ana omudidi so. Ma ye wura mfi we. E horo mo na omo kwa, omo ti binya sika behwe omabusua. Hwe mo yire no omo ma no. Se sia ya yese omo nyai. So mu jaya, ya ready see behwe omo ana. No. And in as much as enye no kura say, ni omo ye ne no. We cannot hide the truth say, e hon so no mo daily bread. Put yourself in their shoes. Eti se aban ni say, ye mpese mo be say nsuo no masai sase a. Enu nti na aban ni de alternative mining aba, which is responsible cooperative mining. Eti me hu ye anka Honorable Pedro, community zones, start going there or you have gone and yente. All things are in the pipeline. Things are on the drawing board. Because I American in Yako say, okay, my example, watch him see no. Omutu galamsey, I don't know me didi. Also menya insu to omejai. Unu se fiti sa da na omejai no. Esan say omufu asai. Na no mu didi nti no. Say one mom any alternative a wo chiro m kro no bo. Eti quickly you step in. You don't wait even for them to come. You zone all the galamsey areas. Go to the chiefs. Make sure say you create the committee and get minister involved, get whoever involved. Let them apply for the license. Let them start operations. You solve it. But when you ever try and say, I mean, what's that? Ora Pedro. Responsible cooperative mining. What's some making? Let me probably obey door be a mama hama. I feel you. What obey your door? Krumha. Me no. Me come to me boarding. I feel, sir, you have done your paperwork enough. Please get to the ground. That no oba e din ko me ka to say you a fine brain because en command e boy nyina bibia kire say adwuma no obetumi aye yes sir me nim say wo ye paperwork ni niam ba me sraw. This is your time to shine. Odia from na me nya adwuma ni bi me ntua meka on pro bono me ma adwuma ni say odia me nko communities come ye engage ahemfo no ne wo mo ho no. Let's get financiers. Say if assassin like you said follow within the enclave of a super mining company to say Oba Eastern region your Akim Goldfields Muhammad can say you go and talk to them, they'll seed that part to the community into them bio because adia na nature community ni ba ho bebre is also because guys say we boys equal no munye ska bi mom emrewa yi ne ye ma me no papa yi ba ho yi wo mo mai ko galamsey bia na sika yi ba o munye ska to aduane di etisi e be chinkrofo ya kwa. So they will do everything possible to resist it. And then the other side of the story. Anna, John Muhammad, the ordinary Guaquanso view. Or no on to me, Mamma, ye ask condemn head view. It won't do a see one mono. We may cast a yard. And come me who send a mechano. May say, why yard, but please double up. Double up. Double up because communities now winning in a bebrena duma me no. Oso munyai, oso alternative ya odi kan. What is your office? It will burn day. If possible, Krampa, anka the district omoye galamsey no. Mon kokote Aris Condem offices wo. E hu here so na be free village wa ban kran. So district offices na munya ska o de munya no regional base. 60 region ni na munya Aris Condem office wo. Anamati na minim. Oh, your prince say good afternoon. Vivian upon. I say those of the people who can do the work well should be immediately changed because 2020 is just around the corner. Idrisu Abubakar, Idrisu Mohammed Misbahuddin, NDC is far better than MPP. I agree with you. Paul Amenesoji also NDC is better than MP. Very well. I say we should apply should thank you. And I mean that be okay. Galam saying talk and I'm say yeah no or man no but I'm say yeah we don't see the future. So can who that ya and can be who a country called Ghana watch us here crensu na BBC DA news. Not TV this well at the news. So when you come kaya and can you see a country called Ghana no crensu. That is what is in the future. Ghana Bekrensu and no, some politicians, especially Ahemfakasia, Asofo Mpenifo, almost come to Bekrensu, na menewe. Eti Otu Darko kuna mekono, I am fighting for my own future and the future of my children and the unborn generation. Why? As no note, I think it will be good if you invite the guy to the studio. Certainly so. Certainly so. Ebenezer Maktasana, when you go to Sefi Bro sign, there are Chinese guys doing galamsey now. Every month, each person pays 7,000 to some immigration officers, but the soldiers and police they pay them every 2 weeks. It be them go for payroll. That's right. So Medikiaka said chairman I won't go bit well. So na honorable Malik so abeka in sample before and San Mama Kwaba na imisa
Pomboko pa.
And he two things.
Honorable
Muntaka de Nigalam say.
Otu.
Yes sir.
Answer nebeko hono. Mamimbo Governor of Bank of Ghana Abaso. Dr. Esema. Is it Pandit or Pundit? It's Pandit, right?
Yes.
The name?
That's the name.
Esema.
Dr.
No, mean
Esema Bandit. No,
okay.
Bandit go home.
Okay.
Say, Otu stability abakruma pa. Na say minia of was a member of parliament. Kojo upon Kruma can say the heavy market intervention is causing the stability is as a result of Bank of Ghana dumping $1.3 billion onto the market in October. Now you be say for COVID time sika ya dema Ghana buy any COVID living in the sika be bro moji no komutima stability buy omo de yede
I know man fact 1.3 ni bi show mo
Bank of Ghana that they were supposed to use only 9 billion, right?
Yes.
They end up using 25 billion. No, onim side no whatever. No information minister or Kuruma. Anamboa.
correct.
And say Uncle no too. The good not gas stability of the city. Yeah, we say inflation above from. Yeah. In fact, Ghana reference rate the Bank of Ghana demand commission bank above from to the extent that 5% and 28 or 27% per interest. That be 19%. Yes.
So I see.
Commission banks. If you go to
19%,
I'm telling you, if you go to commission bank today, so they should apologize properly to Ghanaians. So this will not fly. It tells that first proper prudent managers that have taken fiscal that he's having fiscal management that have been using from 28 down to 9.4. Anambwa. And say man kasa Christmas obi abedi pete because my constituency
what's the Christmas
obi in the sense say we come market because right now customs are using 10.9 at Habo for duty purposes. What do you say? I don't know me check at 10.9. Say I cook maybe 11 but aim cost 10.9. That is what is in the pot now. So
now 2020 elections. So be a nimshri kura obi abekatimaka techimasa. Nimshri kura bekmabori techimasa. Which therefore say the government empowered them and can at least obebu the people of Techima by investigating. Not at least Nkrofuno Moyasan, you bring them to book. Na Nkrofuno so much or Nkrofuno wa compensate because you can bring lives back. By Yanti Bibisa, Emma from yes say Yamutu. But listening to today's statement by the minister, no. In fact, I was the happiest man. Mitieno, fully, I was the happiest man. Just because Ochre Bibia all the incidents is see. That's the 2020, and then move to 2024. And then those that were arrested, those that are on the bail, and they are arrested, which I think it is in a good direction. So those people are homogenious. At least they will be wanted. So I'm running everything. And I'm confirmed so I be compensated almost. Send the minister and say they will be compensated. So far they have not been compensated. They will be compensated. And some of them too, there will be still prosecution. I say Ubu be the famous what's the name Azu or what is it? I also wear so when him say even the committee recommend this you transfer but say the then president not to us until Osan misbehave you omokoche sa city news presenter, smallest girl, and then the bra a Kalikuda omokoche omo bro before yes ya bro no before ngofo any bar so say sa still no on post until the previous government the emra on fanyi or yet na kumabe. But I applaud this current president. And then Bibian Koso. Now Omua Sasulemano when boss am George Asom. They should be brought to book. So that Otinano na ye kwako to aba. Obi en sorry enka say me a powerful me see.
Absolutely.
Me tie ye see wo. Na me tie no tie dia na because me chi Accra FM live. The AC wo northern region. I want to remember after the next northern region after no northern region not Tono and no yes in Tokwensi but somebody came and gave a warning shot which results to a death.
It was election day.
Election day.
Is this Savilugu?
Savilugu, thank you. Savilugu, yes. Means I make up puntamal. After Savilugu to puntamal, let me warn him. And yes, get just a warning shot. Why should you bring gun
to election
ground?
When police IGP can say even if you are soldier Kurambwa or if you are escorting your policeman escorting an MP Kurambwa so far now to Ukan Kuran
men famba even earlier can say report to the nearby police station
if you have an arm
yes.
Exactly
keep it then
after election voting then you go and pick it
come back and come and take it
absolutely yes
but this is what okay and my warning shot keke result to death of one person. And
so Ghanaians will remember that party on that election by election. This thing that he got now, we will remember him very well.
And you know the current IGP will take the good things of that party and add his to, which is good for leader. They will predecessor. They are and then a lot of things happen, but say abide way per the relief we've had now. That's a nyama at the day ya. Majority 2028 election. We will not see any casualty, neither to talk of death. We will not even see say casualty of Obiapra, Yabu, Obi, Yayese. I'm not sure we will see it in 2028, just because if Yetimi the nyama 2 years prior to 2028. But let me say this again. Once a nyama na ekokoso they were uncalled for. Yetibi wo Ablekuma. As also constance, what's the name? Ablekuma North. Ablekuma North. One security. A shooty. And one of the security guys a shooty unknown person bulletin P one side. Later your command be. That was 2020 election. All these things occurred. Even 2020 election, Nana, Miami constituency crime, it was a hell. They came there in their numbers with warning shots. And see, what do you want? Why do you storm election grounds? Why do you storm coalition grounds? What for? To hold hands and also best sons at twisty. Now I change the results.
Yeah, me and say these people who even go and do this, at the end of the day, they are crying. I come do
Into the chairman, moving forward, yeah. Senator Abina Sekina, I think we will go by that. Say, at least those that have run, they will look for them and then prosecute them. And that the compensation to those that deserve the compensation, the government will compensate them.
Very key.
And or more answer or more hayachi or so, the law will take its course.
So, but I think young set will be straight there.
Yeah.
And who here say every bit of the way you might Ghana for that education. Say I buy your this way 8 years ago no no.
Yes.
I buy be your this 15 people we in 2020 and the 2024 elections. Say yanko mu film fan kwan chia.
Dabi. Ento me can say vice president
former president who for can say it was one of the most peaceful elections.
How does it define peace?
And I mentioned 2020.
Odojo Patrick.
Abanya onu ni ho no mo onu aba. Odi niema se egu akwebo. It was say ebo aban na baso.
Oh yeah.
We NDC and NPP as.
Only himself Odojo Ukraine Patrick. That's the 2020 elections.
Elections.
Yes, our case on cry that's a walk out. how do you call it say successful? Nipa 8 ayenim say almost omu e wo techimasa. How do you call this successful?
Party vigilantes.
Yes. How do you call you wear people dresses? No one could shoot it into the crowd. Them says a station where issue videos.
They were not well trained.
Shoot into the crowd. A deliberate. No, it was a deliberate. We know their faces. They are the hoodlums, MPP hoodlums. We saw their faces. They shoot into the crowd. Eko common crowd. Then the president, the then president, say it was a peaceful election. How does it become a peace? I don't think we can call this a peaceful election. And then beside the death, a lot of people too injured.
Yes.
But when he said the current government, when he was in opposition, yes,
President Mamo.
yes, when he was in opposition, Ekosra victims, you know, omon kofu. Ekosra Eka says on bar. They will be making sure say they will investigate and investigate other matters relating to
and true to his word.
Investigation is ongoing. So, Sanana Osre Kano, it's a periodic. NASA ministry be ever update here. We get to know what is going on, and we get to understand where the president is coming from and where the president has reached to. So, Emma. You know,
the vision of the president.
And a man democracy no so no ejina. And a man yanka sankrofo so yet see idea
What is going on?
What is going on? And you know, I will just say good thing and a president, you know. So we'll not leave it. Have you, Nana, did you have the opportunity to go through IOS West Wagon? What the white paper? The recommendation, short report, the recommendation, and then the white paper. Could you be surprised that your boss Sam George has President's white paper say Sam George provoke that guy into the borders.
A white washing.
Into no, and then I come for the check Ghana who say, "Sir, Obi shawa horoba, Obi provoke you should slap the person."
No, it's a lawyer.
But you are not practicing law.
You are
not behaving like a lawyer because if you are a lawyer outside the court, your behavior should even reflect your profession.
Yes.
Of course, your behavior should reflect your profession. But if you should write, say, that is Akufado's law.
It's like animals kingdom.
Akufado's law. Just imagine.
That's anarchy.
A member of parliament on Bonasu, and you didn't see anything wrong with it. Oh, and the country becomes some lawlessness. But today, I think things are getting better. It is in a good direction. And I applaud the presidency. Said the Omoye last week we heard the health minister. Also did the two. Natural health insurance. Yes, so qua and country say in him say system nana. Blocky system.
Obi kitedit na wa India na I was so excited when the minister said that. And Obi Koka say no crime say no crime for na minister no ya set up ya nkasa database
media house be interview
by papa
no head of advisory head or so
data no.
Yes, one was Eric or admit he say yes or one software na maya
data na seven near
also from my by something.
Yeah, so when they want the money they will go and try something then they can't say the people are not
or say yes, but if we want something as a block, you know, when they speak to them they will teach them what to do or they
will change
in the contract. And also and what at the end who supply every office hand it to the owner.
Yeah, no, hand it over.
Supply hand it over to the owner. That was what
he was keeping it.
And 77% was paid.
77 million.
77 out of 100 million. Was paid. So we are left with about 23 million.
You are a human and
do for
950. On my 450.
Yes. And 950. Why are 450? I got 500.
Yes, that's okay.
It is about 55%.
It's not yet on your up to 50%.
Maybe 50%.
No, 55% obey.
No,
what is Canina? What is Canina?
So why 77% of the amount?
Of the amount.
Oh, even
and they call themselves rich people.
it matters, it doesn't matter, provided you come and do. But say one be here, not say
some school, some centers. Can say you HP and all the Dell computers.
So you have to
say, I know now, or car gaps in about $80 million.
Absolutely.
They say, what can you now a car or this or the balancing about $30 million?
But that money there, say a virgin never has into on only non fanya be being come.
Then yeah,
so let's give him.
Yes, you said they did auditing, right?
Yes, they did auditing, forensic audit. Oh, Nana, intino, one say what the presidency, accounting to the people, minister to minister, no, last 2 weeks, National Health Insurance, Massa, D one supplier, one city. Everybody who brought his claim has been paid.
Vetted and paid.
No arrears for 1 month.
Dr. Bampo.
No arrears for 1 month.
Deputies.
Unlike
now, some assemblies were just sitting there. No sikanko. And then municipal assembly. Ebi say omoji 29 million, omoji 18 million, omoji 9 million, omoji 6 million. Hey, yes,
they back down to say 7 million.
Yes, finance controller be says, hey, na sikana also confirm omo sikana why.
That scanon be an echo flag staff house. So omo determine what to use the money for.
That's too bad.
But today, Nana,
is it financial controller be on some
graphic times. We won't say the assemblies are embarking on projects.
They are advertising.
Projects. I'm telling you, assemblies nationwide. Because my goodness, I happened to interview a colleague, madam for NDC. I say, oh Malik, so far no about 4 million. Never come say 4 million.
This DFO BCC. Look at it. They say 3 million about 2 million. Hey,
that is good. So this almost release it, but before they don't release, they keep it.
But some other disease said your mama send money. Is it money with police? Why is the police say fire legacy project fire?
No, the issue is that you're interest specific by direction.
No, 20%.
Yes,
a compulsory.
No, this how you go compulsory. There should be health projects. Compulsory health. So who now better? Maybe ongoing be you complete it. And now starting for there should be a help. Right. So it can be a cheap compound. It can be an addition in an hospital in those areas, and an educational projects. And I said, oh, several projects be such as bridges. Some baby aware. Oh, you add them. Oh, so a drainage program be once you add them. It is a share dailies, not advertisement. You realize some drainage projects, health projects. Once and what be school infrastructure project.
Exactly.
So it is balanced. They just direct you, but based on your constituency, or let me say
your assembly.
No, you know
your priorities.
Your priorities, but based on the directive,
yes,
which I think is good.
It's good.
Contractors will get jobs. Contractors will get jobs, and there will be money circulating.
The system.
People to will have money.
Contractors, so you're going to budget here. No, most contractors they've done the auditing and they are paying.
Yes,
they say they are paying.
And moving forward, the government is moving in the right direction in all sectors of its administration.
All right, so live on Accra 100.5 FM. Ubeti me actually wajune na yakema. Yeah, sorry, na in a bit of challenge with Facebook, but it's settled now. And me pacho ubeti me flow na all the questions number. Chairman, I will go back to Ufia. Samson Honorable Malik and so Ufia. Chairman, now you move it to a fight against Galamsey Senior Naimus Kofi Dim and Obroni Krumwa.
But
Iridium
me bano. Na me say also I can say okay samina I am the pa say 2024 no what do akwato so eku ama NDC. In fact omo buy no must start appointed media of personality to certain government agencies would so hire a hold on to the fort. Those people omo ko no they can't have the privilege to come and then do what you are doing. Ayo nkwayo Ninu divine, so nim divine ya ameno no baha. Divine Kruma. Ono so bodjuma 2024 ye hu. 2024 me office important expert association. Ya dufu MPP no mo banning na to the extent say me issue statement say Bawumia flood road no person February happen no scam na me nua kabuk frame me okay pass me ba na me say me issue statement now you are pushing say and me say me nua ba could be me issue statement now say oh if you haven't issued a statement reverse it and I say statement that I kokora had rather then you ask me which of me nua what MPP say and o bo kabuk din me say me man boy obiaji wa okay pa but hey NDC for buy no kay MPP ejuma ye bo pa no come buy na 10 months 11 months now no come o meka ye
NDC come meka mo
David NDC mo nkai
o meka
me see NDC mo nkai me na me ka cho
o meka mo nya
me Samson Asaka we go me see important response ejuma ye di me di MPP pa na me say dwade fokora dwa about voting ye bo hu say on beto aba ebaba de ya hu
chama say ebi de beba no pa ebi de
beba on the case am say na ye wa ye didi mi sorry tamada be aba ano o mo ho top fuel mame
wa kan o mate
me driver wo ho o mo nutu aneka
na chama so kra the president of committee
me national chairman as well 34 fre me see me who have last time papa ne France papa na say we otukuna ko ye agree this no ye fa one of the guys no during munte ono mo gabna ye chu mo ko
okay
em say akoga ye say wono ye sha si mo part me o say fasa adwuma na ma no o say me ye me na ka obi em say masa ya your life
chairman bra topic so what
there is masa maja kanu mti because I'm to black juma no mti you to farmer computer those days ama NDC anyways you shall declare my NDC you campaign my NDC ke ye nia breo member catch say committee ni committee omu hwa mama kasa Makato mu na omuka ko ya ti omu abutiti on was all as well no ya echira mu policy here na ya bini ko ka min ka say ya ho ya na rikasa na mu kura mu hwe dada mu hwe dada because mu fa ya hute because na ka che otoko say san mu ti say ya juma mamu nti enere and then at the power ya many minutes take ado unu take ado abusa akwado nado
tachi
woni ukwa boso kan MPP form go NDC
tachi is one of the guys
tachi on the number
abuso kan
obi aka fi nteno me say the power be take ado obi aka mi nteno nti eni prepare me catch you
yeah ma too
woni fuku se
ne boade inti braka
woni fuku se ya chana ya fight woni faka ne aba na baka aba ba ne baso na mu mutu obi afo ka se yeni but munya botre sa ya bob kokoko ya be yedi bososi nti back to Namos munya be ma
chairman
unse me bufunu minim say ahodi ayedi ye adwuma ma NDC ba power no eye MPP a ka ya kokra ye ka ya kokra ko bu hwe ye MPP mu hwe those people support them my MPP NDC David ntimi pese mu catch
na me ka se ya wie sa
ai me catch
na ye ba Namos what's ya ko wachi
me search committee
na bi brata pekere so time
to Namos me ti say MP no and no issue statement anambwa a coin has two sides.
Yes.
Now anyway, I was listening to Minia Ahunto. Now Ahunto yes. Now Ahunto yes analysis. Our Muhammad Fidia. Na miniji pa. But at the point, now somehow I disagree to some extent with him. But later he convinced me. Why? One of the convincing was say, 9 months no. You were the whole secretary for 9 months. And ebra minua same yemfi CEO Goodbot ichia no pass otie awie obo dwuma human on the boss the minister ama Kofi Bua omutam 5 pickups and then was it 3 million or how much million 5 million
500,000
no million of thousand
500,000
was it 500,000
Yeah,
1,000
a common Naimos then him say I buy started the whole Naimos secretariat mamu to say could be na esambi kopeja wa the first point of call to issue economic aye Erastus Asare. It should be
Minister.
not even the minister from the secretary.
Yes, the secretary.
But
I think Naimos maybe Yanka will not minister here. Naimos should have a public relations unit.
no, they should.
They don't have for now.
They should.
And I also suggest say Omoko grounds they should add media men. And Kasem we obey and media men have footages, video to sell.
Exactly.
They should.
So
There's a video.
if they have no,
I've shown some of the videos.
If they have a-
where we will pick it from is different.
if they have a media department,
No, they don't have a media.
department,
Because for now, the
they should have been. The Adam is at
Minerals
Mineral Commission.
Yeah.
So
Kabori
spokesperson to the minister.
Okay,
Anna Mawusiye, director communication for the ministry.
for the ministers, yes.
Yeah, so
So what I'm trying to say here is that Dela Edem, not so.
yes.
Dela is at Mineral Commission. Kabore is at Land Ministries. They are bringing.
But your mic no fabra so kakra.
They are bringing secondary matter, not primary matter.
And intimate page.
But intimate page, here na 2 year.
It's fine.
Obia or the secondary primary matter no, 9 months at their operations. So I think so if they have a whole, and they don't have a spokesperson to them, there is a worrisome situation. Because I saw countless times I can run on casa mebwa
Dabi Kenabu on Kasa.
your friend say Western Region on one he didn't want chiefs and opinion leaders to stay away from their oppositions.
Oh, yes,
that one is
official.
different.
Yeah,
That one is.
everybody say they need to have department.
That's correct.
So that their communication department will issue. But as soldier they are no. We military they want their command, military high command to issue those statements. But we did this a special.
No, so this
Special
one
program.
very special
Special
task.
to give an eyewitness account to the world he knows or they know about the whole thing. Now, MP say he was getting a response or whatever from Colin Dowda, and then Colin Dowda say he will swear Quran. 9 months boss too should also swear Bible. So
don't want that one.
I started.
I don't
Colin Dowda said you swear
I don't
Quran
want Quran or
and Bible.
They should swear
Antoine.
Logoko.
Those who swear that one.
So Rollins will say that will act very well.
The Bible and Quran.
It will take a long time.
Allah and Jehovah do not do it.
So,
They don't do them in
But too kind.
But on a more serious note, I strongly believe that if I were the MP, you should have gone there to ask your people to be calm and say yes, we are aware, because on Tim say they are not aware of the NIMO operations. NIMO no is at the presidency level that they commission them to act.
And Konya K, Osina Notu is 5 million cities.
Yes, 5 million.
And 5 pickups.
Yes,
5
it
million.
was 5 million.
But I heard 500,000.
It was 5 million. I know. I saw I read everything.
Okay.
It was 5 million, not 500,000. But
correction.
because of movement, they say 2 years is better than one. No? And then
but 2 bad heads are not better than one.
no, but we see 5 million. And when you say 500,
I know.
Now maybe we really were far. No, I read it from far now that it was 5 pickups and then 5 million that were given to them. So before then, they had resources because you can allocate a secretary without resources. So, but what happened? I think the MP should have rather called down, calm the people, and say, please, this is sanctioned by the president. Do not attack them, because what actually happened? No, I think I heard you when I was coming on saying, say, if the soldiers are not, if the military doesn't crack down this hooliganism perpetrated people that caused the anger for the whole town to come out now, then they will fail, because any town that they go, they will also rise up, and that will be anarchy. That will not be good for the country. I think that if you also say the soldiers to crack down, if the soldiers go to the town there, that casualties will be even worse. But I think maybe President Mahama should go there and talk to the town.
To me, it's not necessary.
The president should go and let them understand.
No.
Even if the president will not go,
the minister,
his top officers must go there and let them know the military leaders come there. They've been sanctioned by the government.
No, but when we start begging, then we cannot.
No, it's not about begging.
They shouldn't be begging.
See, it's not about.
No. If we are doing gala, I'm saying deal with you brutally.
I'm saying you are talking about the uprising that occurred at Ahwen, or what's the town name? If the soldiers say they will react, they will know it will be disaster. If they storm the town, they will get listen, they will break
because of the MP's intervention. And Crawford yet you almost send the cast anymore. And Crawford you hand coffee on your send. It's a Juma Ben and I must go.
Good.
It's a way MP. Now you must make sure say the lost work. Not the end of the day, the Naimos could not achieve their aim. Have you helped or otherwise?
Good. So they haven't helped, and that crime is still here. I think for the safety of the soldiers or the Naimo, because Naimo is not only soldiers that went, soldiers and police, Anambwa.
Other security.
Yes, other security, BNI others are all part, national security are all part. For their own safety, it was good that they released them. Because if they have not released them, we wouldn't know how the whole thing would have turned around. So leaving them at that point doesn't mean that they cannot trace them back to arrest them. I think they can pick them up. And they can
videos now here bono. One which na you want mono. So community ni kranya away. It's then all of a sudden because he called and interviewed Kenoboa himself.
A telephone call.
He told me said there's one man I was see he works with the Defense Intelligence of Ghana Armed Forces. That guy came there. And when that guy all of a sudden the MP came there. Then all of a sudden, yes, all of a sudden the guy said, Honorable Collins Dawda is on the line. When when the Defense Intelligence guy from us all of a sudden, then the MP came there.
So he called them.
So and who your armed forces? So it means that you even know about the operations.
Exactly.
MP all of a sudden was Honorable Collins Dawda is on the line.
Now one him say,
Honorable Collins Dawda is he the head of the SEC?
Now one him say. From MPP time to NDC now, or more American says now, they are uniform soldiers sometimes who go there to support them. Only. Yeah. They are recalcitrants. They abandoned. Why? Didn't you hear that there was some shooting in Boku recently? The killings. The killings in Boku at Binduri. That day they said the military zoom in. When they zoom in, somebody who got wounded. And the military picked the person in their car. On their way, they met somebody stopped them and introduced himself to them that he's a captain in the military. Yes, or introduced himself as a captain. No, you. Then he saw and so they released the person to him. So when then I'm sure maybe they were young soldiers. They went to report back to their commander. And their commander said to arrest that soldier, and brought meanwhile that soldier should have been but so there are people like that. They will abandon their work and go for their own selfish interest. So I think that military intelligence officer that we are talking about, we should find out what was he doing there at that time.
He said Ghana Armed Forces. With defense intelligence guys across the country.
Yes.
So I'm told. Yes. So only a defense intelligence guy representing Ghana Armed Forces.
Yes.
In that area.
Yes.
So from Nkoma Meneka no Boadu, and you say be on the right person with Ghana Armed Forces.
Yes.
Name or no, like that when the call came through, no, and that guy came. When that guy came and calls came through, then the MP came. But when we friend boss we now we have friend boss we now we Obi can say MP ni ye. But at that point, you know, I don't know MP can say omunye handcuffs ni free microphone sir. As what?
So IGP are invited no. Anamwa.
Yes.
He's been invited.
So it was out of courtesy that the military did that for the MP. But the mass action, the mob, is what we are talking about.
Hey, now we are saying you're obstructing justice. Or bet you crack now.
But
Aban, fighting galamsey. Na say you who say obisu emboa. On say ya. Sabaka the minister no mpo also they needed, he mentioned a figure, I don't remember the figure. It's about 20 million they needed to fight the galamsey.
$10 billion.
Is it $1 billion?
Yes, $10 billion.
$10 billion. Just imagine that amount. And that amount, no, Osha, what are they going to use it for? One, almost seize excavators now, you will convey alcohol. This security task force are alcohol, almost pay allowances and co will be added to it. Until a raise, we need a 10 billion. Nasa ABR security for a trim. No more say some distance from the road. My name be air course young Kosha. But first say me I could have applaud the Nemos people who saw it and moved to the scene. Omako arrest you gentle. I absolutely disagree with the legislator. Honestly, I absolutely disagree. The issue is that Chiwa legislator, however it is, Obaba as the MP, because you are the MP of the constituency. Obaba immediately let them go to police station. Do police station now. In
Galamsey matters immediately.
But let it get to police station. No, what I'm trying to say is that let it get to police station.
The question is interest Ben MP no to akaso money handcuffs in from us.
That is where we are getting to, because what about to say let the security do their job by taking them to the police station. Who will be because even you say all offense available. Say who apply for bail, not say judge, finding the wisdom and more mobile. So be it. But let it go. But how come who struggle when you read further, Nana? It is not a nice and pleasant statement.
Before so you kiss.
That's where I'm coming from. How on this earth? But Uber forces obey key.
Also, Jenny Bottom.
No, with the when in BB, one thing I made then say the soldiers no. In fact, they were professional. When him say Uncle Bet and route and what could have happened? There'll be loss of lives there. Because Danny Router, I believe they are holding guns. There will be some attempt on warning shot, leave and leave here.
Guns.
And today they be see but they were professional. Because they were professional, they were able to handle it calm. More releasing Crawford now. How? That's a very bad no. But you see, Nana, I did back up penny there. It was idea. When I notice and I may observe all spokesperson communicators for the party, everybody condemn the act. Everybody condemn it. And what also I am the speaker as at yesterday. Release police the police can do their investigation. One trend that's at the there. So the difference today and the difference then is that at least this time there is that the willingness to fight it.
MPP Tama and Kadiwi Kran can you?
That's the good thing about this. I see. Look at how we are all condemning our MP. Say we are condemning. That's how good it is. Another good is that the speaker, the third most important person, number three, and no first working day of parliament. Why then? Why really say MP no say investigating? Which is who say the government is committed. That is the good thing. But we all want Galamsey to stop so that there will be responsible mining. At least let's stop it. However, we will find to stop it. And stop it. When you say a bit more fresh shoot to kill with, I disagree with. When the reason, because no, unipana onane kasa and I pay your friends say
shoot and kill near the way.
They also support
you shoot and kill.
Good. Who didn't hear
the say Yamra. Not campaigns, no.
Yes.
Where bet you be a firing scar.
On him, Nana. There am a Danny Cassia. Okay, Nipanana or call it in or see a friend your friend Sponge are you are oboni dimbi.
So what brony Puto?
Puto good. One say Okasama manage.
No,
Okano cry. I can say Ubena Kabechin, which was 1 yard.
Also, no super woman.
Yes, mention say. Or see we jai. We jai 2016. Who call we chi akotino. So be a jai in there. Anka ye the soldier for beko. Baby obi a jai in there kebeko. Can you that is it? It's a we jai in there. Na say o my filler. E was say grape no.
Imagine a man was free.
Yes, and I only feel be on my head me there no. And if we be a maker before we can stop this, it will take only 2 things. So Nana, 2. Political will is number 1, which Abina take it. Second, community will.
Community will.
That's why we have problem today.
The opinion leaders.
The danger now is the opinion leaders in the areas, and none of your problems today. Just look at how the community storm a massive soldier for
and I can tell you.
Come here, and I
can tell you that because they heard that the MP is there, they had the morale to go.
To go, yes.
I'm telling you,
it changes them.
Man, you not think president. You didn't say assembly.
Now someone about
that crowd.
It's
a political effort.
It's excessive.
It's a galamsey.
Nana.
All those people there are galamsey.
The problem of fighting against the corruption 2025 and only one. The opinion from the opinion leaders. For the political will, no.
President has shown the
way. But show the way. Look at what we are saying. Look at how we are condemning our own. Look at how we are condemning. Look at how the speaker releasing his own say it should be investigated.
Go and face it and come.
And come, look at it. Nature say the party and then the president is committed. But the opinion leaders in those villages, are they committed?
No, the last time I even said something. I said I said that hey, if you do the community inside and you say you say you doing you say doing make it afaso. Usu sadwan na no dio. Sansu na no numbi. Na mu ye timamu fo no. The indigis. The indigis o. To say obo bi say o burkina no. Ono fi baby no ba ya wes akoba.
E du na hu na ye
na.
Nana onipa no kan bibi. Yes. Nana onipa no kan bibi. O see se soldier fo no beba na hemfo no abale no mo agiska contribution e da ma hemfo no mo dey settle
yeah namozo
no o senate no mo dey settle
2015
na tembia so mo tua royalties emma ahemfo no so they should tell us ahemfo no they are into galamsey ahemfo no they are into galamsey. There is this issue AC under Professor Mills. That was somewhere 2011, 2012. There's a chief in Eastern region, Mimboti, and the sub chief accusing say he is into galamsey. When he say and also almost banding from all activities in that town. I can mention the town. Me picture. Me off head. Emma, you're banned from all activities. Let me tell you, radio say. A Fred chief and spokesperson say they've banned the person because or call program to say ye adore where the naibia no be abunu because we're accusing Nana or the fin egu Nana meanwhile that Nana from all checks na oye. So even ahimfuno they are our problem. Problem of Ghana today is chiefs.
But
a bit of Gaho ne Domahene who can Domahene or call to the bush with ne small chiefs to go and arrest galamseyers like 2 of them and hand them over to police.
That's problem.
The You do about the quarter 15 years.
Issue about Galamsey.
But not this.
Some of our chiefs are the demons of Ghana today.
It's a good way.
So far as Galamsey is concerned. And you see that last week in 30 seconds, last week, last week, Minister Amaboy. Now all can say, even if you are a chief, no you in fact they will come for you. I was happy. We should take it because no chief is bigger than this country.
That means you say I can't Amabu and ready. But the question is, Amabu PSB, former PSB, obstructing Nana. It's a question Otu Darko I'm asking. Say, can Amabu and ready? Now so former ministers be. Politicians
try give you the answer to the question. Try give you
both current and former.
Try give you answer to the question.
Yes, give me answer.
The answer to this question is that cabinet meeting you should put it there.
Tell them don't worry the man.
President, no cabinet meeting should put it there.
Frustrating.
Put in the cabinet meeting on can to the president in TOBNT. Then we take a decision there.
Alaji, President Mama Otimia of cabinet meeting. Oma Kenelo.
Yeah.
Ombe briefing.
Our perform friend or kind na.
Omo am friend so okọ site. Ono any party members your top officers. NDC gurus omo friend omo. Say it you. Say it Kenan no.
Me time cross my memo.
Dini ayetini na no. Obobodi ya bobodi ni wa. Obaka say these people.
No, you can't do that.
Insanity.
No, you can't do that.
Kenan no so onyan kola yo.
No, Colonel say hi you. If Colonel, do you know why you are a general, brigadier general? So Colonel say big.
Enti papa no, oya obabamudi, oya ready so obabamudi.
Colonel say big.
This officer Joma Okra, oba nu be jiro no. Say okobote we frame me kopie we side wa, we frame me kopie we side wa, we frame me. Bebre, mo frame Colonel no.
Okay, but you tia dewe.
Sanity.
Mo tia dewe, me bo we me akoti. Where Tama Kenoboa, one of his expeditions.
Okay.
I may patriotic journalists against Galamsey intercept here.
Yes.
May catch and say, so this thing, if I have his permission, I will never play it.
Okay.
And maybe play and BCC because
no. Let's do two.
My body, forget it. We must all fight Galamsey.
You are who? Introduce yourself. And you know who you are talking to? Do you know who you are talking to? Do you know who you are talking to? W, do you know who you are talking to?
How can W talk to Colonel like this?
W, do you know who you are talking to?
Who are you, sir? Who are you?
You have called me. You have called me. You don't know who you are talking to.
I know the one I'm talking to because I said it will number money. That is Kenelboa's number. I should call Kenelboa.
So you know you are talking to Kenelboa.
I know that.
This tape has not gone out anyway.
Kenelboa, are you God? I'm asking you, are you God? Are you God?
W talking to Colonel.
Yes.
Disrespectful.
Yes, W Ayamba.
How much have you spent inside? I'm asking you, how much money have
Send me
you
a president for even 3 hours alone. Mami jabo de mami jabo.
Eye W on kwano friend you papa no.
Me mo bi